We are starting the stream, and we are back once more with another book, another one of these E.T. Randall Alien Adventures books from Troll, which, is a good time from the last one, and also relentlessly horny, probably even worse than the last book we did tonight.
Well, that's pretty fucking horny.
That was pretty fucking horny. So, here we go. Whiz! Your fishing line plops into the water behind your boat. Your vacation at Connecticut National Park has been full of activity. Hiking, camping, and fishing. If only you could catch something. You've been alone on the secluded lake since dawn without a nibble. After a few minutes, you reel in your line for another try. You are the most impatient motherfucker. That's why you're not catching anything.
You could be cast fishing.
Suddenly...
For a second there, I thought "you are the most impatient motherfucker" was actual text from the book.
No, that's just me. Suddenly, a new sound drowns out the whiz of your reel. Ka-pock, ka-pock. That's how it's written in this book. Machinery, you wonder? In the middle of a wilderness park? Now, a tall metal antenna rises from behind a nearby hill. You wonder what all those gadgets on it are for. As the antenna keeps rising, you realize that it's not resting on the ground. The whole structure is floating in midair, and the shoreline looks weird, as if all the sand had melted into glass. Is this why the fish aren't biting? No, it's because you suck! The fish don't seem so important anymore. The question now is, what's going on here? If you're excited and curious about the mysterious antenna, rush ashore and turn to page 43. If you decide you don't want to know about it, turn your boat around and head for page 73. If you
don't want to know about it.
If you want to check out the antenna without being seen yourself, sneak ashore and turn to page 98.
3 options.
3?
Don't want to know about it.
Yeah, let's turn this shit around.
Lydia's like, fuck that!
That just screams government. We don't want government, we want aliens. We're gonna go.
It's government.
Lydia's like, fuck that shit. This is no place to hang around. You turn your boat to speed away. But you only go a few yards before you come to a jarring halt. The bow of the boat has struck something stretched under the water. It's a sticky filament of some kind, which reminds you of a spider's web. You have a terrible time, but when you finally get your boat loose, you decide to follow the strange filament to the shore. In a few moments, you're standing on the beach, still following the filament. It stretches into a grove of trees. As you approach the grove, you sense movement from among the trees. Suddenly, a noise comes from the woods. Scree. Scree, you wonder? What's that? Out of the shadows creeps your answer, a bizarre combination of insect and crab. Sunlight glints off its shiny gray shell, jeweled eyes, and fierce-looking claws. Those claws look big enough to cut through trees. You see underbrush nearby. You could hide from the scree there, or you could run for your boat. If you hide in the underbrush, turn to page 68. If you run for the boat, turn to page 107.
Like how we just decided to name the creature the Scree.
It's a Pokemon. What do we want to do here, fellas and ladies?
What were the choices again?
If you want to hide in the underbrush, turn to page 68. If you want to run for the boat, turn to page 107.
Is the boat running?
Yep, you just jumped off of it, so you could get it running pretty quick again.
Let's go to the water, because crabs aren't good in the water.
Boat!
Guess we're going boat.
Boat. Time to boat.
Boat.
Take the boat.
You turn to make a run for the boat, only to discover another scree creature has appeared behind you. Oh, it's got Godzilla stealth, okay.
Yeah.
They're like Jurassic Park raptors, oh no.
Unfortunately, this one not only has claws, but also a huge stinger. It's also about 12 feet tall. You have nowhere to run. The creature advances on you until its huge jaws touch your chest. Then it starts pushing you. You want me to go somewhere, huh? Right, sure. You realize you're babbling, but you can't stop. The huge scree marches you away from the shore and up a hill. Nice day for a walk, isn't it? Help! You scream. No help arrives. Instead, the scree nudges you into a tunnel leading underground. It reminds you of a giant anthill. The place smells of damp earth and a particular musky odor, an odor you notice from your scree guard. You start descending into the hill. If you decide to make a run for it in the tunnels, turn to page 88. If you let your guard lead you to where you're supposed to go, turn to page 102.
It's getting horny. Follow it.
It's turning horny.
There's one thing Choose Your Own Adventure books have taught us. It's that you can't avoid the horny, so you might as well turn into a skid.
Yeah, sure, follow it. Let's see how bad this goes.
Yeah.
The entire hill is honeycombed with tunnels and passages. Wow, you think? These guys have done a
We
lot
want
of work.
honeycomb.
Your only answer is a harder shove from your guard's jaws. As you go deeper, a glowing slime on the tunnel wall lights your path. The musky smell grows stronger. Finally, you're pushed into a huge underground chamber. Hundreds of scree creatures stand about, nodding and bowing, or marching back and forth to the center of the room. Yuck, you gasp. When you see what's in the center of the room, you're afraid you're going to get sick. It's a creature with a tiny scree body. Its head, however, is a huge pulsing mass. It wobbles back and forth as other creatures report to it. Welcome, Earthling.
MODOK.
A voice seemed to echo inside your skull. I am the brain. All these others are my arms and legs. You will tell me about your planet. You've had enough of being pushed around, but what should you do? Should you attack this horrible thing? Turn to page 62. Should you try to find out what
Demand
it
it say
wants?
please.
Should you try to find out what it wants? Turn to page 109.
It's a fucking brain bug!
Seduce it.
The fucker ripped off Starship Troopers.
Do you want to attack, or do you want to see what it wants?
See what it wants. You really think you can attack this thing now?
I mean... Oh, I stole this book with the library card still in it. That's interesting. Whoops.
Try and talk, I guess.
Quickly try and seduce it.
Seduce it. Okay. Since you went to all this trouble getting me here, I suppose I should listen, you say? Foolish Earthling, I detect the strange thing your life form calls humor. It will do you no good, not against the swarm of scree. Oh, they actually do call themselves scree, okay.
Alright, we just get a really lucky guess.
The sheer power of the thoughts silences you. The greatness of the swarm is beyond your puny comprehension. We have destroyed and eaten all other swarms. Our swarm completely covers our home world, but now the scree are dying, for there is no room left on the home world. It takes a little getting used to, a race that eats its rivals. But, really? Does it? Does that take getting used to?
It's not much different from what other animals do, so nah.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, they're insects. I can get down with that.
I mean,
I can accept it. Plus, it's like, you know, I don't know.
I don't know. It just seems like a strange thing to get caught on. But the brain goes on. Other worlds have much room, like this one. So the swarm of scree has come to this planet you call Earth. It will make a fine new homeworld after we eliminate the softskins called humanity. This announcement makes you wonder exactly what your part in the brain's plans may be. It's almost as if the creature reads your mind. But for the time being, I will need advice on these humans. You can stay and serve me, or join the other prisoners in the pit. If you accept the brain's offer, turn to page 76. If you join the prisoners, turn to page 52.
Let's.
Join the prisoners. Solidarity.
I mean, if we serve, we could get monster sexy times.
I feel like both these are bad ends, so go whichever.
We've got one for We've actually got 2 for the brains offer that I heard Luna wants to go.
Hell yeah.
You know what? You know what? Just out of raw curiosity, I wanna see what the brain's up to. Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's accept the brains offer and fuck humanity because they suck anyway.
Yeah, and get fucked by bugs.
Get fucked
Fuck
by
humanity
bugs.
by fucking the bugs.
The pit doesn't sound like a pleasant place to spend time. I guess I'll work for you, you say. Excellent, the brain replies. Your first duty is to explain the uses of these artifacts. Workers reappear, staggering under a huge mound of junk. We acquired them when we captured the other humans. You wonder how many campers and fishers were kidnapped to collect so much equipment. It looks like the whole stock of a sporting goods store, all piled in one lump. Even your boat is in there. Fucker stole my boat!
Bitch.
As the Scree put down the pile, a rifle clatters on the floor in front of you. Should you grab the rifle and turn it on the brain? Turn to page 84.
No!
Should you ignore the rifle and demonstrate how the things from the pile work? Turn to page 20.
Demonstrate.
Oh,
Demonstrate how everything works.
It would be funny, like it would be for like this here is a rifle. This is how it works. Bang into the brain.
Really. No, I say demonstrate how things work.
Demonstrate how things work. The only way I'll survive is by obeying Mr. Beautiful, you tell yourself. You pick up the knapsack and demonstrate its
Mr.
function.
Beautiful, you say?
Yeah.
Alright.
It begins.
Inside the pack is a radio. You explain that radios don't work this far underground. There's also some canned food. But before you can reach it, a Scree grabs the can and crunches it in its claws. The Scree decides, however, that it doesn't like cold stew. The next thing in the pack is a dog whistle. You pause for a second. How do I explain this, you wonder? What is that device, human? The brain demands. It's used to call animals, you answer. How? You raise the whistle to your lips and let out a silent blast. Then you stare in amazement as the brain and all the creatures in the swarm start shuddering. I have to turn to a page. Where's the page? You've learned something about the Scree. They can't stand ultrasonic vibrations. You take a deep breath and give them another dose of the dog whistle. It makes their shuddering worse. The brain's 6 legs move spastically. None of the Scree can walk or attack. You suspect they can't even think. As long as your breath holds out, you're safe. Another soundless blast, and the smaller workers start thudding to the floor. After a few more tweets, even the huge warriors shudder their last. The brain's evil eyes stare at you with hatred, but soon even they dull over in death. You keep blowing the whistle until you can blow no more.
Why?
The chamber is absolutely still. It looks like a battlefield, and you are the victor. You breathe a sigh of relief. The menace of the Scree is no more. Serves them right, you say. What a bunch of crabs they were. The end.
What? Bullshit!
Trying to kill this motherfucker.
No, bullshit!
Congratulations.
Dumb!
I was
Congratulations.
hoping for more romance.
Yeah.
I picked up the fucking rifle, then maybe we would have at least fucking died.
Yeah, let's destroy the rifle.
That's dumb.
84. Let's go to 84. I mean, we won.
Yeah, but
At
That's
what
true.
cost?
At what cost?
yeah,
We didn't get that
played
pussy.
a dog whistle till they died.
No bug punani for us.
You grab for the rifle at your feet. If I can get one shot at the brain, you think. Even as you turn, dozens of Scree leap on you. The rifle is wrenched from your hands. Treacherous human, thunders the brain. You have failed the test of loyalty. That earth weapon was left among the artifacts as a test. Its ammunition has been neutralized. Glaring at you, the brain passes sentence. The swarm has no use for servants who disobey. Let this human perish with the others in the pit. Your captors now seize your arms and legs. You struggle wildly, but there is no escape. The Scree guards pick you up and carry you to a huge hole in the floor. You hadn't noticed that part of the chamber before. You struggle harder, but it's no use. The Scree hurl you over the brink.
Wait.
You tumble down into the foul pit. The end.
So trying
And
to
All right.
trying to kill them got you dead, but trying to do your job got you to kill them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So the big one is telepathic. It can read your thoughts. So
Yeah.
it sees you, monkey brain, go gun kill big bug, and he goes no.
But like,
Meanwhile, you have no idea that the dog whistle's gonna hurt,
Oh, I did.
and they're asking.
you gotta take a shot, Callie.
I did.
Oh,
Why do you think
jeez.
she's
Okay.
wincing?
Oof.
What are you
Scatha, please.
drinking?
Are you still drinking the whiskey? Did you not get something else?
This is, I think, her first shot all night.
It's whiskey, yeah. It's whiskey.
Why didn't you
What
get
kind of
like
whiskey?
something better?
Because it's a punishment.
I mean, fair.
Fair.
Yeah.
What was the whiskey called again?
Canadian Mist.
Oh, and it's gut rot whiskey too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what that is?
It's low shelf garbage.
It's low shelf, high proof, designed to get you as drunk as quick as possible. I've only ever seen like Beams 8 cheaper.
Blech. Blech.
Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
And that's the leftover stuff Jim Beam gets from all of its barrels, pours into it. Pretty sure just puts in straight moonshine with and goes, we'll sell it.
Okay,
We'll make a fortune.
we're gonna back up to page 109 where we have the split between taking the brains off her and joining the prisoners. Let's just join the prisoners in the pit.
Okay.
Hold on.
You okay?
This shit
Need a
sucks.
moment?
This shit is terrible. Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe you should drink something else.
Fuck off!
Pace yourself.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'll join the others, you say, but as you're led to the pit, you begin to wonder about your choice. The prisoners are penned in a set of tunnels deep beneath the earth. The walls are damp. You wonder if you're under the lake. Your guards don't tell you anything. They just push you into a room. It's full of humans. Another lucky customer, says a man with a big red beard. I'm Charlie Conklin? Conklin?
Charlie Conklin.
You okay?
Hi,
Charlie
Charlie.
Conklin.
You tell Charlie that you're unhurt. Good, he says with a grin. Now, could you please empty your pockets? What? You say? Look, we need to know if you have anything we can use, Charlie says. Somehow we've got to stop these bugs before they overrun the Earth. It hasn't been easy, but we're building a bomb. We're building a bomb.
How?
Out
What
of
bomb?
crap in your pockets!
Okay.
Sure, alright. With what, you ask? With whatever we have in our pockets, Charlie answers. The bugs never bothered to search us. Members of the swarm have no personal possessions. I suspect they don't understand that we actually own things. Anyway, with some butane torches and kerosene, we're almost there. You might just be able to
What?
help us.
How did you have butane and kerosene?
They're
pockets?
kidnapping campers.
They're kidnapping campers.
Oh. Okay, yeah. But why is it in your pocket?
Well,
Why
lighters?
isn't it in your pocket?
Okay.
Well, I don't know. You say emptying your pockets? Keys, penknife, pieces of string. What is this stuff? Old candy? Yuck. Wallet, money, nothing useful, he says, handing back the stuff. Is that all? I guess so, you say. Wait, how could I have forgotten this? From your jacket, you pull out a transistor radio. Are those batteries good? They're just...
Put that in your fucking pocket!
They're just what we need, Charlie says. We have everything but a power source for the timer. A couple of connections and we'll be all set. The prisoners form a human pyramid for one man to escape from the pit. He carries a rope made from jackets torn into strips. Soon everyone is climbing out. Luckily, the swarm didn't leave any guards. Charlie gives the orders. Prof, you, Vic, and Speedy set the bomb as far as down the lake tunnel as possible. Charlie turns to the group. The rest of us scatter. He grabs your arm. If you'd rather, you can stick with me. The bomb goes off with a deafening roar. Should you take off on your own? Turn to page 86. Should you stay with Charlie? Turn to page 40.
Fuck yeah, we ride or die with Charlie.
Yeah,
we have to pick a Charlie.
Ride or die
Yeah.
with Charlie. All right.
Charlie!
Who's Charlie?
Charlie bit me.
Hey. Who's Charlie?
The guy we met in prison. Basically.
Okay.
The guy we met in prison and we blew a hole up with. We made a bomb out of pocket materials.
Because that's
Like pocket
that makes
lighters and a radio.
that makes perfect sense. Your companion grabs your arm, dragging you away from the destruction. Up here, quick. Both of you stumble along the tunnel. Then you realize there's light in the distance. Sunlight. Suddenly your muscles have new strength. You charge up the tunnel. You see other figures outlined against the light. They're humans also escaping the caveman. And just in time, too, as you emerge, the tunnel falls in on itself. The whole hill that hides the nest is dissolving, settling into the earth. Mud comes boiling up. Lake water must be all through the lower tunnels, your companion says happily. Those bugs have just buried themselves. And their invasion is buried too, another person says. Now let's see about getting back to civilization. You all march off, leaving the scene of destruction behind you. The end. At least these are short.
Yeah.
Would you like to go back and take off on our own, or would you like to start the book over again?
Let's take off on our own.
Yeah, might as well exhaust all these options.
Let us drown with the ants.
I mean, the scree.
The tunnels amplified the sound of the explosion. You can hardly hear your own voice as you speak after the blast. I'll stay on my own. You suspect crowds of running humans might get the attention of the swarm. Okay, kid, good luck. Charlie Charlie runs off down a tunnel. The others have already disappeared. You pick a tunnel and start trotting along, your ears still ringing from the blast. When your ears clear, you hear the sound of rushing water. The humans have succeeded. They've flooded the swarm's nest. You push yourself a little harder. It wouldn't do to get caught in the flood yourself, but you figure the next turn will start heading up. Instead, the passage is a dead end. As you turn from the blank wall, you see a new wall. This one's made of water and is rushing at you. The end.
That was a bad
There we are.
Enjoy your shitty
I
whiskey.
have to drink this shit again. Oh.
Oh, God.
Ah, it tastes like dirt.
What's everyone talking about? What tastes like dirt?
Whiskey.
Welcome to YouTube.
We're reading a choose your own adventure book, and every time they lead me down a passage that kills me, I get to take a shot of this shitty whiskey.
She chose it
Oh my
herself.
gosh.
Don't feel pity.
An actual drinking game. Jeez.
Alright,
Katha could have chosen something so much better.
I could have, but fuck,
She didn't have to choose violence.
I chose violence.
It's Callie. She had to choose violence.
So,
And
Yeah.
don't you dare question otherwise.
so
I will question.
we're gonna go back to the first split that we had, where we tried to run for our boat, and now we're going to hide in the underbrush and see where that leads us. You dive for the bushes, then turn to see what the scree is up to. The giant creature is moving slowly and methodically. It seems to be looking for something. You decide to move out of its search pattern. Trying to crawl silently through the bushes is no fun. It's especially true when you hit some brambles. Finally, you reach the trees with only a few scratches. You take one more look at the scree. Its back is now towards you. You take the chance to Shinny?
Shimmy, I guess?
Shimmy.
It's spelled SHINNY.
I'd
think
rather
that might be
be
a typo.
shimmy.
I gotta guess it's a typo.
I'm just gonna say shimmy up a tree. I'm no Tarzan, you think, as you make your way from branch to branch, but I'd rather be up a tree than on the ground with those things. I just hope they can't climb.
Yeah, in that context, it's definitely shimmy up the tree.
It's gotta be, because that is the dumbest word I've ever seen. Being up in the tree gives you a good chance to scout the ground below. At least I lost that monster, you tell yourself. Then you realize something is moving down below. It's another scree creature, but this one is white and smaller than the first one you saw. It's only 4 feet tall, but it has a much larger head than the first creature. Also, it doesn't have those menacing claws. You suspect that this is what the other creature was searching for, but as you lean forward for the better look, the branch cracks beneath you. The scree below turns. Its jeweled eyes see you. Then the creature scuttles away. Should you follow the small scree? Turn to page 25. Should you get away while you still can? Turn to page 6.
Follow them.
Which we do. Follow?
Follow.
Yeah, why not?
It's follow. Follow.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Somehow, you feel you ought to keep an eye on the creature. You head through the branches after the small white scree. The blast of a rifle shatters the silence. Bullets tear the leaves off a tree you just left. A human voice comes from behind you. Robbins, what the heck are you doing? A nervous voice answers. I heard something moving up in the trees, up there. Stop acting like a jerk, Robbins, another voice says. A critter like this white thing don't have the build to go tree climbing. A burst of laughter drowns out Robbins' cursing. You figure there are a dozen searchers in the group. They're moving closer. Soon you'll be able to see them. Should you keep an eye on the searchers? Turn to page 71. Should you try catching up to the white scree? Turn to page 64.
You gotta help the scree.
Help the little scree. He's just a baby.
Yeah,
He's gonna get eaten by like a bear.
Boy, this creature's in trouble, you think, as you carefully make your way through the tree tops. Lost and chased by a bunch of yahoos. Are you a yahoo?
You're called hillbillies, thank you.
Asked the voice in your brain.
Hell yeah.
Are you a yahoo? Asked the voice in your brain. You're so startled you nearly fall off your branch. I am sorry, the voice says. Now I realize you use speech instead of the mind link, and I see now you are not like the others who pursued me. I am a scree, as you would call us. My ship malfunctioned last night. You remember the spectacular shooting star you saw last night at the lake? Some people at the campsite called it a UFO. The other members of my expedition must surely be searching for me, the scree says. I ask if you can assist me in joining them. If so, I assure you we shall leave your planet immediately. We will cause no further trouble. How can you promise that, you wonder? I am the commander of the expedition, the alien answers. If you join the scree commander in a race for safety, turn to page 94. If you decide to distract the human pursuers, turn to page 53.
Join them.
Join the scree.
Join
them.
Join the scree.
We haven't had anything bad happening from joining the scree.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
We're still holding out hope for getting some alien boyfriend or girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That alien puss.
Whoa!
God damn it.
Shady, we're on stream.
I didn't finish the word.
Yes, you finished it off.
Your mind linked with the scree helps it avoid the pursuers easily. From your position in the tree, you scout an easy route around the humans for the scree. When the danger is past, you climb down from the tree. The two of you race back to the hill where you first saw the mysterious mast rise. Finally, the pursuers catch on to your trick, but they're far behind you now. As you climb the hill, you're met by a search party of scree. A glowing globe of light rises from the hollow behind the hill. It's the scree spaceship. In moments, the aliens dismantle their equipment. Then they board the ship. Farewell and thank you, says the scree commander. The ship lifts off safely. You're still waving goodbye when a dozen hands grab you. You had forgotten about the human pursuers. Let's take the kid to town, one man says. We'll find out what was going on with that alien monster. Got fucking jumped by a bunch of dicks.
Can I shout bad touch?
I'll take the kid to town, one man says. My car is nearest. The annoyed pursuers lead you off to a campsite near the lake. Yeah, go to the sheriff, Mort, they mutter. Now you're scared. But as Mort arrives at the camp, his wife is waiting. What are you doing? She asks. Taking this kid to the sheriff? Little troublemaker helped that alien escape. The one we saw last night. The one you saw last night, his wife says. Whatever, we're going to the sheriff. Mort is pushing you towards the car when 4 glowing spaceships appear overhead. Everyone stares in shock as a voice rings in their minds. Let the young person go. Only you know it is the Scree Commander. Says who? Mort sneers. A bolt of energy lances down at the car. The car melts like a candy bar left in the sun too long. Mort and his family run for their lives. I say, the Scree Commander answers. And I'll be monitoring to make sure that my friend remains unharmed. Frightened to death, Mort has no choice but to let you go. Farewell, the commander whispers in your mind, and thank you again. The end.
Shit. Okay. All right. That
Well,
was
then-
pretty good.
I guess you
Well,
could
this
say he
is
was
really
mortified.
Got yourself a saucy pen pal.
I say.
I say. Motherfucker.
Me, bitch.
The audacity of this fucking redneck. I mean, who's gonna tell me 4 saucers hovered above him?
You and what army?
The audacity of this bitch.
Good, what army? He says, looking at an army.
Shrek is the only to this date, Shrek is the only person to have ever used that line and not have it immediately backfire on him.
You and what army?
The exception to the rule.
Okay. So, 73. I gotta go back to the first split off from hiding in the underbrush to see what happens when we go from there. 116. There's a lot of flipping in this book.
Flip, flip, flip,
Okay. So we followed the Scree. Now we're gonna try to get away while we can. So we're turning to page 6. Yes. As the creature scurries off, you head in the opposite direction. I've had enough of these Scree monsters, you say to yourself. Now to get away. You stay up in the trees, though, just in case you bump into another Scree. Luckily, you don't see any more. Instead, you hear a piercing howl from the direction you are heading. You peer through the leaves and see a pack of coyotes crazy with fear. Probably bumped into one of those gray Scree down by the lake, you think. The pack suddenly stops in its tracks, sniffing the air and snarling. Then you realize what they're scenting. Down below, you spot the small white Scree. It stands frozen, swiveling its head at the pack. The alien doesn't seem to sense the danger. The snarling coyotes come charging towards the defenseless alien. If you shout a warning to the creature, turn to page 2.
Obviously.
If you try to decide stopping the coyotes, turn to page 27.
Trying and stopping the coyotes would be my dumb first gut instinct reaction, so my vote's for fighting the coyotes. But you're also talking to the guy who's nearly fought an emu, so take that as you will.
We're fucking coyotes. In any reasonable world, you can punt one over a fence. It's fine.
I mean, I think you should shout to it, because they have some freaky psionic powers or whatever.
Yeah. I also want to take a picture of this Scree picture, because it's kind of cute.
Oh, picture of the Scree?
Show us the cute crabman.
He's kind of cute.
Show us our saucy pen pal.
It's just taking a minute to load.
Hmm.
Load faster. Alright, so while that's going, I'm just going to... Did we want to shout, or did we want to try stop the coyotes ourselves?
I would say shout to it first.
Yeah.
Shout? Shout.
Yeah.
Hey, you yell, get away from there. Those coyotes will kill you. The Scree's head turns, you gasp. The thing is wearing a helmet. Tiny lights flash on the helmet as the creature twitters and clacks at you. The Scree is speaking and you understand it. An intelligent creature, says the Scree. Tell me, soft being, how can I find safety? Climb
Soft being?
Yeah, that's what it... And it's capitalized. Soft being. Just so you know.
Oh my god.
As in being soft.
Yes, I kind of love that.
Climb up a tree. That's how I got up here, you answer, but hurry. Climb one of these large platforms? I'm not sure that is possible for me. The scree wraps its forelimbs around a tree trunk with no luck. There's no time left. If only you had something to stop the coyotes. They'll tear that poor alien to pieces. It's a fucking giant crab. I don't know if you know how giant crabs work. Dumb protagonist, but then you remember you're in an oak tree. Lots of acorns here. Acorns?
Yeah, everyone knows crabs can't stand acorns.
You grab a handful of nuts
Yeah, you do.
and let out a bellow.
That's the sort of adventure we're choosing.
God damn it. Alright. This load this time picture. That was taking a while for some reason. There we are.
It's adorable.
Look at it.
Aww. Friend.
The noise halts the charging animals. You fling acorn after acorn at them. The acorns don't do much more than sting the coyotes, distracting them. Most of the pack turn and run in another direction. Only one big brute remains. It glares wild-eyed as it snarls, preparing to leap on the helpless alien. 100, 100. Where are we going? You take a deep breath, then scrabble down the tree. You're not strong enough to stop the maddened coyote. It's a coyote. But maybe you can distract it.
You're also a kid.
I mean, and maybe the white scree can get away while the coyote chases you back up the tree. Well, part of your plan works. The coyote turns aside in mid-leap to go after you. Unfortunately, the heel of your shoe picks this time to get caught in some roots. Down you go, with the coyote pouncing on you. A flare of energy blinds you. When you can see again, a little puff of smoke floats where the coyote used to be. The white scree is still there, only now it has company. A large gray-plated scree looms over you. This one is huge. Menacing claws plus a stinger like a scorpion. It's also about to attack you. Stop, Lieutenant, says the white scree. This earthling has saved my life. The huge warrior bows and obeys. Yes, my queen, it titters. You haven't saved an it, you've saved a she, the queen of the scree swarm. We will leave this planet, says the queen. It is far too dangerous, even for its brave and noble inhabitants. Thank you.
Let me check the YouTubes.
BS Kenobi.
It says you're still streaming.
Okay. No, okay. Fuck you, OBS. Fuck you with a stick. Okay.
Current resolution is 1066 by 600.
The lights... A few moments later, lights flash up into the darkening sky. The scree are gone forever. The end. Okay. Alright.
Yes.
Do we wanna try and go back and jump the coyotes, or do we want to start
Jump the coyotes?
Do we want to start
As well.
Let's fight the coyotes.
Let's fuck the coyotes?
Fight.
Yeah!
Fight.
Let me at them. I'll tear them apart with my hands and my teeth.
I've heard of doggy style, but this is ridiculous.
No!
Good lord! Alright.
You're all under arrest.
Coyotes do not pass the Jack Harkness test.
I mean, if I'm a druid and I cast Awakening on it, they do.
I'm safe up here, but that scree isn't. You snatch at a good-sized branch. With a snap, it breaks off. Then you throw it as hard as you can. The branch catches a coyote on the rump. One loud yipe, and he's running back the way he came. One down, you say, eagerly grabbing another branch. But in your excitement, you reach too far. You slip from the tree bough. The leaves slap at your face as you frantically clutch for a new branch. Too late. It's the end. You fucking you fall out of a tree and snap your neck.
Fucking pathetic.
You kill yourself. That makes more sense.
You should stop listening to me when we say pick the alternative paths.
There are very few worlds in which a coyote wins.
Oops. Oh my
Or
god.
even a group of coyotes, honestly.
Callie, did you just spill whiskey?
No, I just dropped my Pepsi bottle, but it's
Oh,
fine. It was
good.
closed.
Okay. Well, don't open it. It'll explode.
Wait, I needed to wash that shit bag away from my mouth. That is
do you need
nasty
a
shit.
moment?
That is nasty fucking whiskey. I mean, all whiskey is nasty, but that's just a special.
I wouldn't say all of it's nasty.
Blah, blah, blah. Alright. We
Have
are...
you ever had Drambuie?
No, I don't like
That's
whiskey.
some good ass whiskey.
I don't like whiskey as a whole.
I don't like alcohol as a whole, but I like Drambuie.
Alright. So I think we've exhausted most of those avenues. We're going to go back to the beginning and go down a different branch. So
Okay.
we decided we didn't want to know about it and went to our boat. So the next two avenues to go down are, if you're excited and curious about the mysterious antenna, rush ashore and turn to page 43. If you want to check out the antenna without being seen yourself, sneak ashore and turn to page 98.
98.
Sneak ashore, yeah.
Won't be sneaky.
Yeah.
I like that.
Let's show our skills as a thief.
I mean, we're no Lauren. Alright.
We are in our hearts.
You row quietly past the strange construction site, then steer the boat ashore. Next stop, the top of that hill, you say to yourself, the bushes up there should hide me, and I'll get a good look at what's going on. Sure enough, you have a clear view, and what you see below is more than an anti-gravity building site. You've found the strangest construction workers in the world. Erecting the domes, masts, and walls are many strange, tall creatures. They leap about their work with greyhound speed and cat-like agility, but they're like no people or animals you've ever seen. For one thing, they're covered all over with red, shaggy fur. You watch with interest as one alien worker points a glowing rod at some girders. Like magic, the heavy material floats into the air. You gasp. The alien's tufted ears twitch, then its head, and the glowing power rod turn in your direction. Oh, it's turning its rod on us, oh shit.
Wait, is
Already?
this...
Wow, that was fast.
Wait, is this the baby form of that one Colossus? Will he want to show us his girder?
Should you lie still and hope you're not noticed, turn to page 106. Should you crawl away through the bushes, turn to page 79.
Ask
Freeze.
if you can have a turn with the funny power rod. No,
I'd
I'm
say-
gonna say lie still.
Yeah, freeze frame, because going away will just make more noise.
Freeze frame?
Freeze frame!
Freeze frame. Alright. You freeze as the shaggy alien stares in your direction. Then the alien's ears twitch again as it turns its head away. Apparently, it didn't see you. Suddenly you hear a rustle behind you. Whirling around, you see a shaggy alien pointing a glowing power rod at you. Hiss. Darkness overcomes you.
It roofied us
We
with
just
its
got
rod.
roofied again with a rod. I don't like that.
These rapey aliens.
Hazy light hits your eyes. You sit up slowly, you find yourself in a laboratory. Shaky red aliens are at work all around you, putting samples into computers, examining readouts, making measurements and readings. They're dressed in neat smocks. As you stir, their dark blue eyes watch you closely. The alien scientists, that's what they must be, guide you off the examination table. You stand shakily as they lead you to a chair and let you sit down. The scientists stare at you, all except one. That scientist is looking at the chair. No, you realize, she's not looking at the chair. She's staring intently at something leading into the chair. A wire. Wait a minute, you say. I'm not sitting in any electric chair, you leap up. Suddenly, the friendly hands supporting your arms turn into grips of iron. You try to pull your arms away, but you can't budge. I don't like where this is going at all.
I've seen videos like this.
The scientists push you forward. Like it or not, you're going to sit in that chair attached to the wire. Let go, you twist and scream, even aiming a kick at one of your captors. More shaggy scientists close in. Among them is the female who gave you the silent warning. She leaps to grab you and suddenly goes flying back. Why? You know you didn't touch her, but she acted as if you had kicked her. The female alien falls against the advancing scientists, knocking them to the floor. She also sweeps the legs out from under one of the scientists holding your arms. With a howl of surprise, he drops. His grip breaks. Now one of your arms is free. You tear loose from the other scientists and work your way through the confused tangle of arms and legs. Before you gleams one of the alien power rods. You saw it used to lift girders and knock you out. Far beyond the glowing weapon, an open door promises freedom. Should you grab the rod? Turn to page 78. Should you run for the door? I already know that all of you want...
Like grabbing rods, and we're not going to stop now.
I should have already known that you all would have wanted to grab that rod. Just seize it in your hands.
Use that cat.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we gotta show this female alien our rod skills, alright?
You grab the power rod and leap to your feet. Alright, you say, stay where you are. The shaggy scientists slowly get to their feet. No false moves now or I'll bounce you off the ceiling. They start closing in again. Alright, now you say you're asking for this. A little too late, you realize you don't know how to work the rod.
Performance anxiety.
God damn.
It happens to the best of us.
You'd think you'd know how to seize your rod by now because you've got to be a young adult. There's no trigger. There are a couple of buttons which you press frantically, but the scientists are upon you. Hey, can't you guys take a joke? You say as they take the rod from you and force you into the chair. There's a lot of rods and forcing that I don't like. The good news is the chair isn't an electric chair. The bad news is that it's an automatic brainwasher. The shaggy aliens soon turn you into a loyal spy and supporter for their invasion of the Earth. The end.
That end.
Okay,
Sexy.
I didn't die, so I'm not taking a shot for that. I'm still alive. I'm just brainwashed and with lots
You're
of
a quisling.
with lots of rods everywhere.
Okay.
Like
You are the Lord of Rodley Might.
Like Rodimus?
Okay, so we're gonna go back and run for the door.
Yes.
Right now, all you want is out. You dash for the door, followed by the alien who warned you. She pushes you across the hall, into another doorway. When the other scientists appear, she points down the hall. The shaky scientists all take off on the false trail. Your secret friend walks to your doorway, removing an object from the pocket of her smock. It's a disc about the size of a quarter, which she presses to your forehead. It sticks. She does the same thing with another disc to her head. I hope you understand me because we don't have much time. I am Eeyip of the Gurar. My people are looking for new home worlds. They intend to conquer your planet. Now, not all the Gurar support this aggressive policy. That's why I'm setting you free to warn your people. If our scouts find your planet well prepared, they'll call off the attack. Eeyip hands you her power rod, showing you its settings and how much power it fires. Bring this weapon as proof. I'll show you how to get out of this building, she adds, but I can't help you once you're outside. Should you head for your boat? Turn to page 59. Should you head for the hills above the camp? Turn to page 35.
Head for the hills. I think they'll be watching your.
Yeah.
Nora, are you speaking?
What?
Were you speaking?
No, I was muted.
Okay. Because I could hear you saying something down the hallway, and I thought maybe you didn't know you were muted.
No, I'm multitasking. I have a video.
Okay.
Don't call me out like this, jeez.
Alright. So, head for the boat, or head for the hills above the camp?
I would head for the hills.
What if they're expecting us to head for the hills?
What if they're expecting you to head for the boat?
They don't know you're
Shit.
in your
I can
boat.
do
You were
this
out of
too.
your boat.
But what if they're boating us to expect us to go?
Oh, true.
I have no suggestions here. I'm at a loss.
Boat.
Boat. Boat. Let's go to the boat. Boat. Boot.
Boate.
Can you get me to the forest so I can reach my boat?
Go
you
to the
ask?
butt.
This is where this book is going. Anyway, we don't need to help it. Yep leads you through empty
don't.
corridors. You
Yes,
emerge from a side entrance of a dome facing a wall of trees. You dash for the greenery. All you want to do is get back to the lake in your boat, but you hear alarms and uproar behind you. Will you make it? Branches and brambles whip at you as you run. You don't bother trying to hide your trail. Either you'll make it or you won't. Behind you now come clear noises of pursuit. The woods end. You've made it to the beach. Dashing to your boat, you push it into the water. Then you jump aboard, gunning the motor. You see shaggy red aliens on the shoreline, aiming their power rods at you. Glaring beams of light flash. They miss you. Rising clouds of steam as they strike the water.
Oh, they miss you. We should go back.
Instantly, you steer into the steam. Now let them find me, you think. Beams hiss blindly into the clouds. They just raise more steam. By the time the air clears, you're well out of weapon range. Soon you'll be safe among campers on the other side of the lake. You touch the power rod in your pocket. Yes, you'll be safe to spread the words of warning. The end. So we just end with our hands on the power rod.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As it should.
Yeah, just you know you've done it wrong when you just end with your hands on your own power rod.
Yeah. That's how some nights be, you know?
So you died because power rod.
Not technically.
Really?
Technically, that was a good end. But
Note that in Victorian English, the word die is slang for orgasm.
eh.
That's really funny.
So
Wait, what language?
Victorian English.
Ah,
That's because orgasms are also known as the little death.
Because you get all tired and stuff, right?
right?
So assuming because it's an extreme high.
So we're going to turn back and we're going to head to the hills above camp because that was a lame ending because it just ended with you touching your own rod.
Don't knock it.
They've probably found my boat, you say. Maybe I'll try escaping up into the hills. Good choice, says Yip. No building is going on in that area. It should be easy for you to get away. She leads you through many empty corridors until you reach an unused exit. There are just 2 supply domes between this door and the hills. May Rue be with you. Apparently Rue isn't with you. No sooner do you step outside than one of the guards spots you. While the alien guard rises the alarm, you turn to the dome you just left. It's already sealed up. Rats, you mutter. Now what? Ahead is one of the supply domes. The entrance is open. Beyond it stretches the face of a tall hill. If you duck into the dome, turn to page 8. If you run for the hill, turn to page 50.
I say run for the hill because if we go in the dome, we're just going to immediately be faced with an entire army of 8 people.
Yeah.
And the rods.
Yeah. Why aren't we showing our rod to them? Like, come on.
It's got to be one of these books that lets us show
Because
our
your
rod
rod
to an
only has
alien.
because your rod only has 2 spells and both of them are just awful.
One is web. Alright. Where do we want to go? So the hill. The hill first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't let myself get trapped, you say, running for the hill. Gongs and howling alarms go off as you climb. You take a glance back. It's lucky you stopped. A beam of light flashes past you. The beam misses, but gouges a large hole into the side of the hill where you are climbing. You scramble madly at rod blasts. Blasting you with your rod.
Hey.
Darting back and forth, you evade the beams of light. Finally, you reach the top of the hill. Trying to cut you off, the Guar fire becomes more intense. The whole hillside begins to shudder. You throw yourself over the top. Cracks are forming in the rock. You've got to get to safety. Running from the cracking face of the hill, you feel the rock giving way. A crevice opens at your feet, more than a yard wide. You stop short. The crevice gapes another couple of feet. You take a deep breath and leap. As you land on the safe side of the rock, the entire hillside cracks loose. It rumbles down, burying the Guar base. Hoping that Yip got away safely, you lie where you are. You still clutch the rod weapon, the only proof that remains of your strange adventure. The end. Again, we ended by clutching our rod.
How I end every night.
Yeah, some nights it be like that.
Alright, so we're going to duck into the dome next. Just exhausting every possible place to go.
Yeah.
Yes, I like these strange hairy monkey people.
They're monkeys?
Well, they're kind of hairy, weird cat dogmen.
Yeah,
I was
for
whatever reason, I just immediately pictured Sasquatch.
I mean,
Yeah.
It was alien Sasquatch.
I mean, yeah, kind of. You dash to the only cover available, the open supply dome. As you leap through the entrance, you pull out the power rod Yip give you. At least I'm not defenseless, you say to yourself. I just wish I wasn't here. Guar from all over the camp are rushing to surround the dome. You twist the end of your rod. Causing alien symbols to appear. Finally, you see the Guar version of Zap. Yip told you that the setting sends a blast bolt from the rod. Does it? Aiming outside, you fire. A big pile of sand turns to glass. None of the Guar are hurt, but they're a bit more respectful towards you now. I'm hidden in the dome, and they're out in the open, you think. They don't even seem eager to shoot at me. Wonder what they've got stored in here. More Guar arrive. You snap a shot at them and miss. One of the Guar fires back. You jump behind the door. The shot missed you. Unfortunately, the blast bolt hits something explosive stored inside the dome. You, the dome, and half the alien camp go up in a roar. The end.
God damn it, Perry!
Our rod blew ourselves up. God
Well,
damn
technically,
it. I died.
well,
so I had-
technically, it was the
Dad,
alien.
but you did save the world.
I can't believe they blew their load of explosives.
Just all over the table.
All over my spaghetti.
God damn it, this fucking whiskey sucks.
So let me get this straight. After twisting your rod, you exploded your load and everyone died.
Everyone
Yeah.
died.
Well, technically, the alien exploded their load on us, and everyone died.
I hate you guys.
Probably for the best.
Yeah. If that's what happens when they blow their load, ugh, I hate to see morning after.
Alright, I'm trying to find...
Shady,
Yeah?
I hope you step on a Lego for the next 3 days when you least expect it.
What?
That's one of
It's
the most
fun that you
cool
say that
things I've
because
ever-
I'm really tempted to say something that's 10 times worse.
Do it.
So does this mean the G spot is the nuclear option?
No! No!
So that's
Easy.
what happens when you find the clitoris.
DZ, I appreciate you giving me the update and the heads up on that.
Wait, so you're
Shady,
saying...
Shady, I'm changing it. I hope it's a thumbtack.
If someone finds the G-spot, there's an enormous explosion that wipes out an entire town, which means literally no one has ever found it. Everyone is just completely inept.
Only spoken in myth and legend.
I mean, you're wiping out a population, all right.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Okay. Alright, so...
At that point, it ain't even procreation, it's pro-destruction.
Okay. So, we're going to go back to the first split off of this path, where we just lay still and hope we weren't noticed. We're going to try to crawl through the bushes and get away.
Crawl.
Hoping you haven't been seen, you start crawling through the bushes. Was that a twig cracking behind you? You stand up and take a backwards look. Among the leaves, you see red fur. That does it. You run for your life, tearing through the bushes. No time to get to the boat. Your only hope is to get to the forest and hide. You gasp for breath as you run. Is the shaggy alien behind you? You can't take the time to look or listen. You dash through the trees, searching for a hiding place. A snarl stops you dead in your tracks. This is it, you think. Cornered by the alien. But when you look up, you see a mountain lion burying its fangs at you. It looks hungry. This just isn't your day. Your first instinct is to run away, but can you outrun this beast? First, perhaps you can face it down. You've heard of people doing that with animals. But you can't take a lot of time thinking about it. The lion is about to spring. If you decide to run back the way you came, turn to page 32. If you decide to try staring down the mountain lion, turn to page 69. We gotta
69, dudes.
Yep.
We gotta go to 69.
That wasn't even a question.
Cougars, man.
Yeah. 69ing with a cougar. Let's fucking go.
Wow, alright.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm almost glad that this is a death scene, so... The mountain lion keeps snarling at you. You try to remember anything you've heard about meeting wild animals. Keep your eyes on it, remember? Try to stare it down. Show no fear. Staring at the lion, you slowly start moving sideways. With luck, you'll circle around it. Then you'll dash for the woods. If the alien is still chasing you, it will find the lion. Nice mountain lion, you say. It might have been a good plan. But the staring routine doesn't work with this lion. You only seem to annoy it. Maybe mountain lions find it impolite to be stared at by their lunch. You'll never know, because for you, it's the end. I just got fucking eaten by a mountain lion in an alien invasion book. That is the lamest death I've ever had. I'm gonna take a double shot for that. Holy fuck.
I can't believe that cougar brought you to finish.
I think Callie's just making up for lost time after the fantasy one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one was trash. That one was trash.
Oh my god, you literally died by the trope known as trapped by mountain lion.
Yeah, the fantasy one might have been trash, but it was fun trash.
It was fun. It would have been a better just story than a choose your own adventure because there wasn't a lot of choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they just wrote it as a regular book, it might have been fun. Okay, so we're gonna back off the way we came, which is not the way to deal with mountain lions at all, because that is stupid. The way we did it should have worked.
Yeah, if you run from a mountain lion, you're going to get got. Because that's just saying, hey, I'm prey, have fun.
Chase
You have to lock eyes with them and back away slowly. Preferably while swinging a branch and screaming like a maniac.
Okay, here we go. There's a good photo of the shaggy aliens.
Because the crazier you are, the less they want to deal with your bullshit.
Also, I am half tempted to write, you look like a blue-gray penis.
Why?
In the ass fish thing.
I don't understand.
That's what they look like. Yeah, they are just cat-eared Chewbacca.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's Neko. It's Catgirl Chewbacca.
Oh my god. Don't ever say that sentence again. I hate it.
You mean the Catgirl Chewbacca?
Cat ear.
Chewbacca.
Oh god,
There
I
we
just.
go.
Oh my god. Earth Cat save Hal from the space catman.
Chewbacca.
Perfect. You turn to run from the mountain lion only to find the shaggy alien. Terrified, you fall to your knees. Why is the first instinct to fall to your knees? That's your
You're
first.
the angel voices.
The first instinct is to just drop to your knees. Okay.
Yeah.
Lucky move. The alien leaps, misses you, and lands in the alien's arms. The alien throws the surprised cat about 20 feet into the
Is this a
woods.
Scooby-Doo book all of a sudden?
Yes. The lion staggers off in shock. The alien wears a harness full of gadgets on his chest. Now he touches a small box. Do you understand me? A flat computer voice comes from the box. Yes, you say? Good. I am Hool, the alien says. My people are called the Arfa. That's worse than the last one.
What the fuck?
Arfa. Like bark. Fuck off. Fuck off.
So they're cat-eared Chewbacca men that barks like dogs.
Basically.
I hate this book.
We are the Alpha and the Omega.
So thank you, Shady. Thank you, Architects.
Wait, hold on. I think I recognize the thing. I think I recognize the thing the manta ray is based on.
It's the levitating pizza meme.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Okay. We come in peace to study your world. Several of your people are helping us. Come and see. You follow Hool. I don't know why. As you reach the camp, some humans rush up. Hool, one man yells. Fred Samuels has run off with a power rod. We don't know what he's up to. The man turns to you. Come on. The Arfa trusted us with those rods. It's up to us humans to stop Fred before he does something stupid. Yeah, Fred!
Well, hey, I guess. I don't know, I think I generally think things pretty through.
Two aliens join Hool, who says, we shall search also. If you wish, you may join us. If you go with the humans, turn to page 91. If you go with the aliens, turn to page 108.
Gotta go with the aliens.
Aliens?
Yeah, they probably got some of that crystal meth I've been hearing about.
Alright, let's go to the aliens. Because Fred needs his crystal meth. I'll go with you say to Hool and the other aliens. You'll still need this, one of the humans says, handing you a foot-long rod. Okay. Stop with the rods! We really need to get out of this path so I don't have to read the word rod anymore. It's both a tool and a weapon. You get a quick demonstration of the rod's 3 settings. The first lifts objects off the ground. The second stuns aliens and people. The third setting is Zap, which vaporizes everything.
There's more rod bullshit in this book than in the entirety of Birdemic.
I understood that
Just,
reference.
think of the rod as Rodimus Prime. Now imagine you holding a miniature Rodimus Prime as a weapon. Doesn't that make everything better?
That makes it too funny.
Say hello to my little friend.
I'm sure Newt would love it.
I was muted!
You muted for ages.
You fool!
Yeah!
I forgot I was muted!
You fool!
I have to say, it sounds like heaven. What are you talking about?
One little rod that fits in your hands.
Pocket rod.
Pocket rod?
Pocket rod? Did you want to say those words, Newt? Did you want to say pocket rod?
I already said them!
Newt, are you sure about that?
I already said it. It's fine.
You
Well,
A rod
I
in your-
guess, God, there's so many jokes, Newt.
A rod in your pocket sounds painful, because it shouldn't bend that way.
Alright, we're gonna continue. Hool and the other aliens are eager to go. So am I. Soon you're deep in the forest, doing your best to keep up. The Arfa are marvelous trackers. Hool finds footprints and broken twigs that marks Samuel's trail. Sometimes he stands still, sniffing the air for some trace of Samuel's scent. Now you hear noises all ahead of you. It sounds like somebody running wildly through the forest. The thief. Finally, you catch a glimpse of a running man in a dark jacket. He has one of the glowing rods in his hand. God damn it. Instantly, Hool raises his rod and fires. The rod is obviously set on Zap, although the ray misses Samuels. It slices through a tree trunk behind him. The tree crashes to the ground, pinning Samuels. So he wasn't trying to kill him, he was just trying to... Okay. You and the 3 Arpha come up to Fred Samuels. His stolen rod weapon has flown from his hands. Alright, he struggles to get at it. Okay, yeah, stop that. You're a human, help me, he shouts. These aliens aren't as friendly as they seem. They're not here to just study us. I found one of their talking boxes back at camp. It's full of plans for experiments. Samuel's voice shakes. The Arpha have messed up their worlds. Now they have to find a safe way to clean them up. They're going to cause ecological disasters here on Earth. Then they can
We're
see
already
how...
doing that.
Yeah.
I don't understand your problem.
Then we see how we deal with them. Millions of people will die. We've got to stop them. Samuels looks pleadingly into your eyes. I have proof. I took their box with me. Is he telling the truth? He seems downright desperate. If you think Samuels is telling the truth, turn to page 34. If you think he's only playing for time, turn to page 74.
He's playing for time. We're already in an ecological disaster of
He's
our own
not a
making.
hot
I wanna
alien.
say,
He's not a hot alien GF. Don't believe him.
Imagine your house is burning down and you don't know how to deal with it. So you're just say, okay, we're gonna go into the middle of the woods, light the forest on fire, and see how the monkeys do it.
Okay, I'm turning to page
That's not
74.
normal.
You're going to hate this. Should you believe a thief? Samuels was probably playing for time. His hands still strained to reach his rod weapon. Stop doing that, book. Please, the trapped human cries. Hool and the other aliens aim their rods. You turn away. God damn it. Stop the rods. The rods hiss loudly. When you turn around again, Samuels and the fallen tree have disappeared. Hool shakes his head.
Painful.
It saddens me that you had to hear what Fred Samuels said. Now Hool and his friends are aiming their weapons at you. Very sad, you see. Everything Samuels said was true. The last thing you hear is hiss of their weapons. Got fucking killed by rods again. God damn you all.
I'm angry. I'm not gonna stop until we get a hot alien GF.
Yeah. Choose better shit.
Also, I'm finally here. Sorry.
Well, that's alright.
Family drama got worse today.
Sorry to hear that, Ken.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Sorry about that. Ow, my neck. Oh, my stomach. Okay, so we
Time to get some
Stop
water.
drinking shitty whiskey.
34. Samuels is telling the truth. What if Fred Samuels is telling the truth? Your rod weapon is in your hands. Stop holding rods!
Yes!
You ever feel like these books are like excuses to see how many times can I mention Rod?
That's what Birdemic was.
Well, what are the synonyms? The shaft, the wand.
They could
The
have
stick?
easily just used gun.
The tool, the instrument.
Earthy
No.
beef truncheon.
No.
DNA
strong
rifle. Hey,
euphemisms.
wait.
The meat stick.
I hate all
Probe.
of you. Just so you know, I just hate you. Then you...
Phallic.
Baton.
Broken heart emoji. Scat the
Yes.
broken heart emoji.
You snap off 3 zaps. Hool and his
Throbbing
companions...
flesh pipe.
Hool and his companions tumble to the ground. You have 30 minutes before they regain consciousness. Then you approach Samuels. Rod ready.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, boy!
I
We're
hate
getting some tonight!
I hate this book.
It looks roofied for a change.
Let's hear your proof, you demand. Carefully, he pulls out one of the talking boxes. Sure enough, it tells of horrible plans. Nuclear waste will be dropped on all the major cities, says a recorded voice. All food supplies will be contaminated. Remaining population centers will be struck with plague. Study of native responses should show us how to deal with the disaster enclave. See? Samuel says
all that.
they had a disaster on one of their planets, Clav. They were going to practice cleaning it up here. For a second, you stand in silence. Then you switch your rod to lift. In a moment, the tree no longer pins Samuels to the ground. Come on, you say. We've got to get that box to the government. With that and these rods, they'll have to believe us. You and Samuel set off to warn the world with your rod in hand. I'm sure the government would just love it if you showed up with rods in hand to tell them something important. Why? Alright, let's see. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
Doing this whole list of things they're going to do to us, I'm sitting there going, we have all that. Do you have anything else? Did that already.
We're waiting.
What else can you do to
they're
us?
going to contaminate our planet, and they're going to just watch as it all burns to the ground. Oh, I can't imagine anyone doing that.
Oh no!
So they're just they're just going to. Oh, they're just going to. Actually, they should be hired for jobs at the Supreme Court or the Senate or the Shell if they're just going to create natural disasters and watch the planet burn.
They're going to give us the plague. Imagine that, guys.
Yeah.
I wanna let you guys know that this book was written. When was this book written? 1985.
Mm-hmm. It was 5 years before I was born.
That was 2 years after I was born. Fuck off!
That was 10 years before I was born.
I hate all of you.
Love you too, Scatha.
Like,
11.
Oh.
I think you're neat, jerk.
I think you're all neat too, but you can all go fuck yourselves. Because you make me feel old. Okay.
Did that earlier.
Okay.
So, we're gonna go with the humans from the split off. Page 91. Maybe we'll get a better ending. Maybe we'll get a better ending and I gotta stop reading these fucking rods.
It's now the Book of Rod.
The group of humans is led by a hiker named Al Fossa.
What?
Are you sure it's not Elfusa?
Al Fossa.
Who named this poor child?
Some dick.
Someone hated their kid. Holy shit.
The Arfa are great trackers, but we know where Fred is heading, he says. There's a fire watchtower a couple of miles away. Marching through the forest, you talk with Fossa. He met the Arfa 2 weeks ago and has been working with them ever since. Their home planet was nearly destroyed by war. Only a few Arfa remain. They observe other races, studying how to rebuild their society. Why did Samuel steal the rod, you ask? Old Fred is ambitious, Al replies. He looks on his power rod as a magic wand. like most men.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Fucking... I need to get out of this part of the book so I can stop reading about rods.
Yeah, save that for your Obi-Wan fanfics, Scatha.
I mean... Yeah, fuck you, but
You know,
yeah.
at first we were just being immature, but now it seems like the writer's also in on it.
Kinda does.
He's doing this on purpose so he could say rods and hand a lot.
It's never. There's never any synonym for it. It's just rod.
Just rod.
Yeah. Yeah. Grab that tube.
Something to make him king of the world. Better be quiet, he suddenly whispers. We're getting close to the fire tower. Before you stretches an empty hillside with the ranger station at the crest. The station looks empty. Then you see a head in a window. We could rush him, Al says, but he'd get a lot of us in the hillside. He turns to you. Or, Fred's never seen you before. You might be able to talk your way up there and jump him when we make our move. It's your choice. If you rush the station, turn to page 96. If you try talking your way in, turn to page 18.
Let's rush. That seems like a terrible idea.
It's a terrible idea. Do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get the bad end out of the way.
Exactly.
I think Samuels would smell a rat if I came walking up, you say. Well, I'll go together, Al says. Your companions pull out their power rods. God. Stop!
Everyone just whips out their rods. It's time to go ham.
You could say it's a bunch of baloney.
I never want to read the word rod again. Ever.
Not even Rod Sterling?
No. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I'll make an exception for Rod Sterling. That's fine.
Who's that?
The
Twilight Zone guy.
Thank you. My brain stalled.
It's all good.
Ready. Let's go. You charge up the hill. Samuel starts firing his rod.
Rod's waving in the breeze.
And people fall. We're lucky, Yell yells. He's only got the rod set on stun. I can't. I can't take this seriously anymore. God damn it.
There was a point where you could?
Look. Hold on. 1 second. Give me a second. Shit. Oh. Stop laughing. It's not that funny.
By the way, Scappa.
What?
Have you seen Shogun Senator without his shell in the New Rise?
No.
Oh.
Does he have a great and mighty rod?
Yes, actually.
What?
Hold on.
I'm trying to kill. I'm trying to get my composure back because I have to read a book.
Hey, look. If the book beats you, the book beats you.
No!
You've died
No.
a lot more than in any other book so far.
I'm not going to let myself.
No, she hasn't.
I'm not going to let myself be defeated by rods.
She actually hasn't died.
Again?
Alright, okay. Still, watching those people fall is scary. More drop as you climb the stairs. Only 4 of you make it to the top platform. You hurl yourself at Samuel's knees. As he falls, his rod snaps into a table. Snaps into a...
We are adults.
Are we?
No!
Arguably.
I can't read the
So-
word rod anymore!
Hold on. You're Shogun.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, you
Here's
caught
a-
me, Samuel snarls. But the secret's out about your precious Arfa. I called the forest rangers on the radio here. They'll be here any minute. You did what? Al explodes. We gave our word to keep the Arfa's presence a secret. Samuel gives him a nasty smile. Well, the rangers will have a lot of questions. I'll have to give a lot of answers. I have an idea, you say. But first we'll need the rods to move all the stunned people. By the time the rangers arrive, the stunned members of the search party are hidden in the forest. But Samuels greets them with, "Have I got a story to tell you?" Okay. If this is an ending, I am going to go back to the beginning and we're going to get off this path that has so many rods in it because I
Would you
can't.
like to see my great and mighty rod, Park Rangers?
I really want to get off these rods.
Yeah.
Sorry, get off to these rods.
that's no good either.
Just let me read this last page, and then we'll get off the rods. God damn it!
Well, we'll get off the rods, alright.
Leave the
get
rods
off
behind.
Fred Samuels tells everything he knows about the Arthur to the interested rangers. When he finally finishes his story, the ranger turns to you. What can you tell us about this? You think fast. It's just the way he said. But the aliens weren't big and shaggy. They were little green men. Al picks it up. No, they weren't. They were the purple people from the planet Garbalon. They gave me the secrets of anti-gravity. I've got them here somewhere. He starts looking through his knapsack. That's enough, the ranger says. He and his partners start leaving the watchtower. Flying saucer nuts, he mutters, walking away. Hey, wait, Samuel says. Al just grins and winks at you. Your secret is safe. The end. Let's get off the rods, please. Back to
we spent those rods.
Okay. The only path left is to go and check out the fucking floating antenna, because that's a good idea and we're not stupid at all. No more rods, please! If I see one instance of the word rod in this entire thing, I am throwing this book across the room.
Noted.
I am so... I can't read the word rod anymore, or I will die.
Callie?
I can't read the word rod anymore. I'm gonna start giggling.
Holly has McFucking lost it.
I'm McFucking lost it. Okay.
Rods are a hard thing to take.
Shady! Alright. You head for the shore, but as you do, another antenna pops up. A pale blue ray shoots from the antenna right at your boat. All of a sudden, you're being pulled ashore. Your boat cuts through the water.
At least it wasn't white.
I will fucking kill you.
I thought I was gonna say balls.
Newt!
Point at your bone. Oh my god!
Wow.
Dude?
I'm sorry. I'm
I had to see what the gifts were, and it was too good.
I can hear Callie dying in the other room, but she's not coming through.
We need to choose this adventure now.
I
One adventure in need of choosing.
I need to take a break because I'm crying now because I'm laughing too hard. Just 5-minute break. Just give me a 5-minute break. You're gonna fucking kill me, dude. God damn it.
I'm kind of surprised Doran picked up on that we had a long antenna that shot a pale beam.
PT made the joke.
You did?
Yeah.
At least it was a white beam, he said. They said.
I didn't hear it.
That's alright. What mattered is that Scala heard it.
Yes.
Poor Scala.
Yeah. So the damage was done. And as you know, rods cast quite a bit of damage.
Yeah.
Scaff, I admire your commitment to keeping a stiff upper lip. I'm sorry.
Rods. It's funny because a rod can be a penis.
Quiet part out loud, eh? You really did it. You said the quiet part out loud.
I mean, it's
Scott this hit hysterical drunk.
Yeah.
You can hear Nora and Scala arguing, oh, why these fucking books are so horny. while we're at break, I'm gonna get some milk.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Need some milk for your rod?
Wait, I thought the rod gives the milk.
We've
Damn it,
completely
you're
lost
right.
the plot. Just go.
Yeah, we have.
Like, if we get back on track, I'm going to be impressed.
She's alive.
Is she?
Yes. I went and checked on her.
She's a hysterical drunk range, and it's amazing.
She's not drunk. She's just a kind of tipsy. But that, that makes everything funny.
Yeah.
Fair, but still. Hmm?
Wait.
Nice one.
Chan is about to die?
No.
I hope
Dogs
so.
make it die faster.
Hot Rod.
From the sound of it, it's people just being trolls.
4chan? No.
Time to draw a cursed drawing involving Hot Rod and fishing.
No! No, Nick! No! No!
Oh, yes. Remember for him to grasp his fishing rod.
Leave Roddy alone.
Firmly
He's a baby.
grasp the rod.
Firmly grasp the rod. Hold it.
Caress.
Okay, so his pipe arm thingies are in his hand. Are in his forearm.
Yeah, there's forearm.
And random ass tuna, just for extra curseness.
Gotta be crisp when you're playing with your rod.
Cursed rod.
Fucking Newt. Just joined Scabba.
I'm sorry. It was too funny.
Okay, let's see. Hot Rod has that thing.
Okay, I'm back. Please don't
Hello.
make me think about rods. I will fucking not. Alright, we're gonna go down this one path, and then I'm going to end it by taking you down the path that I think is funniest because I've read this book before. We're just gonna end on the dumbest ending in this book for me. But we're gonna go down this path though, because I don't know if I can take any more of this shit. Okay, so
Nick.
What the fuck?
I don't want to look.
Nick. Oh my god.
What on earth?
Holy shit.
What the hell, Nick?
Nick, what's wrong with you?
Okay. No, I'm not looking at that. I'm not looking at that.
Artifacts has brought up a good point. Do you find it risible when I say the word rod?
I'm sorry.
God, everyone is dying.
All you're gonna have to do is say the word rod and everybody's gonna fucking die. Alright, no! I'm gonna push on this fucking book.
Alright, everyone, put the rods away.
The wild ride ends as the boat hits the sand. You're glad you are unharmed, but when you see your reception committee, your mouth goes dry. They aren't people, unless people have started to be made of metal. Dozens of robots stand before you. Some have tracks, some have legs. Others stand on metal tendrils, while still another robot flies in the air. You stand on your grounded boat as the robots begin to surround you. What do you do now? If you want to convince the robots that you're friendly, turn to page 60. If you want to run for it, turn to page 37.
Let's convince the robots that we're friendly.
Yeah.
Perhaps by using some sort of long cylinder.
TT?
Yeah. If we show them the proper skills, we can get out of this.
Teaching a robot how to love.
The robots, the robots close in around you, but you don't wait around to be captured. You pick a slow-moving robot and climb right up the front of it. Its metal arms are just a little late in grabbing for you. You've already leaped over its head. This is not the page that it told me to... I think they've got their pages...
Oh no!
They've got
The adventure's turning against you!
They've got the pages backwards. Alright.
Huh.
You raise your hands
Guess
to...
they devoted way too much attention to the rods.
They did.
Yeah.
So did we, to be fair.
Yeah. And now we're in a circle.
It's not finished that. I've got to get through this book. You raise your hands to show they're empty. Welcome, visitors from another world, you say. You've heard that line used lots of times in science fiction movies. Maybe it will work now. One of the robots also raises its hand. In its palm is a shining crystal. So far, so good, you tell yourself. What will the robot say? It says nothing. The crystal gets brighter, though. Then a pink ray shoots from it straight at you. As soon as the beam strikes you, you collapse to the ground. Darkness swallows you. You wake up with a headache. You're lying on a plastic... You're lying on a plastic slab in a room with metal walls. The whole room quivers with energy, making your head throb. Though you search hard, you find no trace of a door. You do find a flat glass... Stop. I was trying to breeze right past that word.
Wonder how it would affect those rods the other aliens have.
I will kill you.
Please.
I'm gonna be real. I think that the rod jokes have kind of run their course.
You gotta stop.
Yeah.
You gotta stop. I can't.
Like, the raw jokes are dead, but like Scatha's reactions are not.
Yeah.
I gotta get through this book.
Okay, the rod jokes have finished.
Thank you. Also, fuck you.
Had to get one final one out.
You find a flat glass screen with buttons underneath. Let's see what it does, you say, pressing a button. The screen flares brightly for a second, then shows a picture of a planet floating in space. You recognize the planet. It's Earth. I'm on a spaceship, you gulp. 21.
Zoinks.
Zoinks, good. A robot marches into your cell and takes you to a room full of gray armored aliens. They sit at a control panel. A metal band is placed over your head. You see an identical band on the head of an alien in red armor. This is a translator, the alien says. Do you understand? You nod, and the alien goes on. You are on a starship of the Vorn race. I am the captain. Luckily, the old fool didn't burn out his brains with this junky translator, mutters another voice. You stare at the crewman who operates the translation machine. Then you understand. You're hearing the crewman's thoughts besides the captain's. Apparently, the captain doesn't notice. We Vorn come in peace, says the captain. The crewman snickers. Just like we've come to Flab, but they shot up our invasion fleet. The captain's words fades as the translation machine throws off sparks. Something is wrong. Suddenly you realize you can understand all the crew members are saying. You even know their names and the jobs they're doing, you think. Wow, you think. The crazy machine did more than translate the captain's words. Somehow it gave me a whole set of alien memories. Should you use your new knowledge to contact the enemies of these aliens? Turn to page 4. Or should you try to figure a way to get off the spaceship? Turn to page 44.
I kind of like the idea of being a petty dick and contacting their enemy.
Any other votes? Or are we going to go be petty dicks?
Petty dicks.
Petty
Let us
dicks.
be petty.
Petty dickery!
Petty dickery.
Petty dickery!
Although the Vorn captain talks on, you hardly hear what he's saying. You're too busy running through the new knowledge that fills your brain. This knowledge makes one thing clear. The captain is lying when he talks about coming in peace. Your new memories tell of planets being attacked and enslaved. Acting like a polite young Earthling, you smile and nod at the captain's words. At last, the captain tires of talking to you. A robot guides you back to your cell. But with your new memories, you now know how the doors work. As your cell door slides open, your hand goes into your pocket. You pull out a couple of coins and drop them into the tracks of the door. The robot
Seriously?
Yeah. Yep. I'm not gonna even question how that works, because that's so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It leaves you alone in your cell. You try to keep calm, but as soon as the door slides closed, you rush to it. Did your plan work? Please don't let it be locked, you whisper as you push with all your might. The door slides open. You exit into a maze of passages, but your recently acquired memories make them familiar. You choose a safe route to the communications room. The room is empty. You step up to a control panel. Your memories call it a meson communicator. Almost without thinking, your hands move to the controls. The crewmen whose memories you had absorbed had served in the failed invasion of that distant planet. What's it called? Flab? You try to sort through the memories. The crewmen had worked on a communicator like this, intercepting Flab messages. It's a lucky break for you, and for Earth, too. Thanks to an accident with the translating machine... God, I can't... Blah. You know, the Flab are enemies of the Vorn. Even better, the memories you got from that accident tell you how to get in touch with the Flab. You even know the communications frequencies they use. You set the dials and punch in a message, a cosmic SOS. The meson communicator hums the lathe, sending your message out into space over and over again. You rummage through a toolkit for something you can use to defend yourself. You finally choose something your foreign memories call a Borpus. Really?
Borpus! Let me just grab my Borpus.
Borpius.
Borpus.
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 It has a solid feel in your hand as you stand guard by the door. The wrench might not do much to stop the Vorn, but it may give these Flab characters an extra minute to get a fix on your location. Although you've never met the Flab, you're hoping they'll rush here to get revenge on the Vorn. They're the only chance you have to save the Earth. The wait feels like forever. Suddenly the whole ship is a bedlam of hooting alarms. A screen comes to life in the room. It shows a fleet of arrow-like ships flashing in. The Flab have arrived. Now you hear a noise in the corridor outside. The Vorn are rushing to this room to take to their battle stations. Should you get out of the room before the Vorn get you? Turn to page 29. Should you stay to direct the Flab to this ship? Turn to page 58.
I say direct them to the ship. If they shoot us, they shoot us.
I'll be honest, I didn't think you'd get this far.
Yeah, kinda. Same.
Using your trusty Borpus and your borrowed alien knowledge, you smash the door controls so nobody can open the door. Sparks fly from the wreck controls. Outside, Vorn crew members pound on the unmoving door. You rush back to the meson communicator, broadcasting a new message to the Flab. If only they understand me, you hope. The commotion outside increases. This is it, you tell yourself. They're breaking in. A glaring energy beam slices right through the door. Figures leap into the room. But these people aren't Vorn. They're short, roly-poly characters with round pink faces. They must be the Flab. They may look childish, but they're all business, guarding the door with their strange weapons. One approaches you. It has special markings on its gold spacesuit and seems to be in charge. You must be the prisoner who led us here, the leader says. We are Flab Space Marines. Thank you for sending that important message. The leader hands you a golden spacesuit. We'll be leaving as soon as you put this on. Then this ship will be destroyed. You scramble into the suit. It's carefully designed for the round Flab physique. On you, it looks like a limp balloon. But the Space Marines assure you it works perfectly. You rush with the Marines to their assault craft. Soon, you're safely out in space. The spaceship behind you explodes with a soundless flare. We've destroyed the enemy fleet and the Vorn robot colony on your planet, the Marine leader says. Now we'll return you to your home. Only you will know of the battle waged to save Earth. And that's the way you intend to keep it. Who would believe such a wild tale anyway? The end.
Oh, these guys are red.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the funnier endings because they're just round boys. Round boys come and save you. Now I gotta find the path for the ending that I think is the dumbest, but also the funniest. Alright, where's the path for it? Where's this guy?
Oh my god.
Hmm?
You're saying the dumbest wasn't just the obsession with rods?
Nope. There's no rods in this path. There's no
Guys,
rods.
you want to know something wholesome?
Yeah.
The Slagtoth armor for the master rank Slagtoth armor for Palicos is a frog hoodie, like one of those frog raincoats.
That's cute.
And the weapon is a lily pad.
Aww.
That's perfect.
Perfect. Hey, what are you doing with that werewolf?
Guns are natural to their species, or it's a cultural practice?
Okay. So this path actually goes off into the scree part again. So
Okay.
it goes off from where we try to make a run for the boat and see something behind us, and the scree is marching us off to prison. We're going to make a run for the tunnels instead of letting it push us around. I can't let this big bug march me off to prison, you tell yourself. It's now or never. You race ahead of your captor and turn down the first side tunnel you find. The scree starts scuttling after you, but you manage to lose it after a few turns. You dash madly, bumping into tunnel walls. To your surprise, the deeper underground you go, the easier it is to see. Something smeared on the wall amidst a ghostly glow. At last you slow down. Out of breath, you can't run another step. Just as well that overgrown cockroach couldn't run, you think. Turning a corner, you freeze. Standing before you is a hulking scree warrior. Its claws are out, blocking the whole tunnel, and its deadly stinger scrapes the tunnel ceiling. It's strange how your mind will dwell on small points as doom stares you in the face. You should be thinking of ways to escape this monster, but all you can notice is its shell. It's not shiny gray like the other scree you've seen. Huge spots like rust cover this warrior's shell. Not that it matters, rust or not, this monster is about to kill you. The warrior takes one step towards you, then falls to the floor. It lies there unmoving. Is it a trick? You watch breathlessly, but the scree remains still. Finally, you step forward. The giant creature is dead. Even as you watch, the rust spots grow. A foul odor fills the tunnel. It's like some kind of plague, you say to yourself. You leave the tunnel, thinking furiously. Okay, so I know which path I want to go down, but I'll let you pick, because, we'll get there eventually. Should you hide and wait for the plague to wipe out the rest of the scree? Turn to page 113. Should you escape to tell the news of invasion? Turn to page 42.
Wait it out.
Yeah, waiting out the plague has worked really well for us so far, so I say let's do it.
Yeah.
I mean...
Oh.
Oh, I've made myself sad.
If the scree have this sickness, all I need is a hiding place, you tell yourself. Then I can let the disease take its course. Yet finding a hiding place in an oversized anthill isn't easy. How do you know which tunnels are heavily traveled and which aren't? As you search for a safe place, you find several more plague victims. They all run away from you. You'd almost think they were trying to hide, you think. Some tunnels are littered with bodies. At last you come to a heavy, grated door closing off a tunnel. You think for a second. This is the first door you've seen since you entered the tunnels. It even has a guard, a warrior scree lying on its side claimed by the rust plague. Whatever's on the other side must be important. You creep up to the grating for a look. All you see are 6 scree, milling around a large room. So this is why six Scree are hiding. This is a plague prison. The healthy Scree are locking up the sick ones. Not for long, though, you say to yourself, unlocking the bolts on the door. It takes all you've got, but you swing the door open. The sick Scree come pouring out. Hope you infect all the rest, you whisper. You're a dick. You're a dick. You're a dick. You trail behind the parade of former prisoners, hoping to find a way out of this nest. Soon you come to a fork in the tunnel. The right-hand passageway slopes upward. The left-hand tunnel slants downward. All the six Scree take the left-handed tunnel. Maybe you should keep following them. But what if the right-handed path is an escape route? You stop, puzzled. A figure scampers down from the right-hand path. It's a human being, a girl. Are you okay? You whisper to her. I've looked better, she answers with a grin. Playing hide-and-seek with the bugs gets messy. I've been down here for a couple days now. I just escaped, you say. Here's some good advice. Watch out for the bugs. They're always hungry, and they'll eat anything, even us. I think that's why they came here. She shudders for a moment, then points at the right-hand tunnel. This tunnel I came down leads to food and guards. It's dangerous. But the left one is dangerous too. It goes to Bugtown, where most of them live. If you go to the left, turn to page 75. If you go to the right, turn to page 41.
I want to go to the left.
Bugtown.
Want to go to Bugtown?
Down to Bugtown, down.
Oh yeah,
I want to.
going down the Bugtown. The bug's a friend of me. Lives beneath the ocean, and that's where I will be. Beneath the waves, yes, that's where I will be. I'm gonna see the bugs beneath the sea.
I'll go left, you decide. At least I can hide behind all those six Scree. And I'll come with you, the girl says. If you've got a way out of here, I want to see it. Running down the slope, you soon catch up with the tail end of the plague parade. The six Scree enter an area honeycombed with tunnels, and full of healthy Scree. The appearance of the infected Scree causes a panic. Healthy Scree crush each other in their rush to get away. Others start digging escape tunnels, but these undermine the previously existing tunnels now jammed with Scree. In moments, the whole center of the nest is collapsing. You stare in horror as tons of earth cave in. Your companion grabs your arm, dragging you away from the destruction. Up here, quick. Both of you stumble along the tunnel. Then you realize a light in the distance, sunlight. This is one of the endings that you get to from two places.
Ooh.
This is, remember, our friend Charlie, at the very first path we took. We ended here with him. So we just, they collapse their tunnels, they flood them, and they all die. So I'm going to, let's see. I'm gonna find the path that I like, because it's almost 2 hours now. I kind of want to end this book.
Yeah,
that's fair.
That's fair.
Just gotta backtrack.
No. Aww. Okay. Tummy says I should eat something. Brain says I should go on.
Eat.
Go eat.
Follow your body.
Go eat.
Eat.
Okay. So we're gonna try to escape with news of the invasion. But will this plague kill all the Scree, you wonder? Will it affect me? I better find a way out of here. Perhaps you should have done less thinking and more listening. Something rams your shoulder. It's the powerful jaws of a Scree warrior, and this one's shell is glossy gray. The warrior doesn't attack, though. It herds you through several tunnels. Soon the lights gets brighter. You notice pieces of machinery, the first you've seen in this nest. You enter a large chamber and see a human there. No, it's not a human, although it looks normal at first glance. The creature is taller and thinner, and its skin looks more like tree bark. It's dressed in a costume of constantly shifting colors. On its head is an elaborate glass helmet. Welcome, humans, says the alien. I speak your language well, you see. Are you a prisoner too, you ask? The alien makes a weird sound. It is laughing. No, I am their master. They are my slaves, but a plague is killing them off. That's why I've come to this planet. I need more slaves, and you are the first I've caught. So, we have two options. One is to...
Motherfuckers will go to a different planet instead of affording healthcare.
Yep. Yeah. It sounds familiar, doesn't it? Let's see. So we have two options. One is to just, like, accept that and go, okay. The other one is to say fuck you and defy the alien. I want to end this, so I'm going to go on the end I think is funniest, which is defying the alien.
Mm-hmm.
Because it ends in the dumbest possible way. The spark-faced alien must be out of its mind. You think you can make me a slave, you say? Why not, the alien says. My people have been doing it for centuries with our insect slaves. The alien touches its ornate helmet. We also have the technology to do the job. It makes an adjustment to one of the decorations. All of a sudden, you have an overwhelming urge to fall to your knees. You see, the alien says, the control helmet turns my thoughts into irresistible commands. Soon, you will have no will to fight me. Page 9.
Seduce the alien.
I mean, you're on your knees.
Damn it, Callie!
I'm just saying. You hate to admit it, but the alien is right. You can't resist its will. Unless you think of something fast, you'll wind up kneeling before it, a slave. I thought this was horny when I was 15. I didn't notice the rest of the book, but this part I was going, wait. This sounds suspicious.
My sexual senses are tingling.
They don't do that. Use your head, you think? Trying to keep your knees stiff? No, not your head. What about what's on your head? You grab your fishing hat, covered with hooks and fishing flies. Then you toss it in the alien's face. It works.
Oh.
Barkface is distracted for an instant. That gives you enough time to jump it and grab the helmet. No, the alien cries as you yank the control helmet from its head. You send the helmet smashing to the floor. As soon as that happens, the Scree guards start advancing on their former master. No, the alien wails. You'd like to see how this slave rebellion ends, but you have more important things to do, like getting out of this madhouse. Right now, the idea of fresh air and sunshine is all you want, and it's more than enough reward for saving Earth from the slave masters. The end. That's how that ends.
Wow.
You throw your fishing hat in the alien's face and then smash his fancy hat.
I mean, at least you freed a bunch of slaves.
Yeah. I mean, it worked out, but that's the dumbest ending. It's like, wait, my fishing hat will save me?
And then
Huzzah!
And also, that is the part of the book that stuck out to me, even when I was 15, as being a little sus. I was like, hold on.
Yes, the real adventure is the horrible things we learned about sexuality along the way.
Yeah, it was.
Indeed.
Rods.
Shut
Rods.
up! Shut up! Don't do that to me.
Hey,
Alright,
dude,
fair
who's your
enough.
favorite Transformers character again?
What?
You know what's ironic?
What?
In this book about aliens and ufology, not once did we encounter a single flying rod.
I mean, you threw yours a couple times.
Guys, you might want. Guys, you need to cut it out with the jokes. They hit their climax a while ago.
Yeah, come on, guys. Let's finish it up.
Somebody asked the Transformers question. Who was that?
That's like, hey, Newt, who's your favorite Transformer again?
New.
Some of these jokes are really reaching around, you guys.
Damn it!
Hey, dude, who's your favorite Transformer again? I can't remember.
Shut up. Shut up.
It's Optimus, right?
I need to find
No,
that
it's
word.
Lightning McQueen.
I am Optimus Prime. Now get me that hot rod I've been hearing about.
Oh my god. Borpus. I need to save the word Borpus.
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 Porpoise.
Borpus.
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 Porpoise.
Borpus. Borpus wrench.
Porpoise.
Okay. I think that's all I've got in me for reading books tonight. I do have more of the D&D ones, although they weren't very good choose your own adventures because they didn't let you choose very often. I still think it was a fairly good story and would have been good if they had just written it as a story. And Lawrence is mine now.
Yeah.
Valid.
He belongs only to me.
Time to respec your character for tomorrow.
I think that's next week.
Is it next week? I thought it was
16th.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Time is a fucking prism.
It is.
Yeah. I will be. Yeah, I'll be figuring out a date for Hot Shots, TT. Once I can figure out how to fucking make maps for what I'm planning.
Okay.
So.
Because fucking making sci-fi maps with Incarnate is the fresh hell.
You can do it, Nora. I believe in you.
I've got these 3 books left. I'm hoping to get more, but I still have Dragon of Doom, Spell of the Winter Wizard, and Pillars of Pentagarm.
I probably
love the
won't
Spell
be
of the
here
Winter
for the
Warlock.
Dragon one because if the dragon gets hurt, I am going to be very sad.
That is valid.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, we're going to call an end to this because I cannot take any more of your fucking Rod jokes.
That's fair.
Rodimus Prime.